We left off with some pretty basic hotkeys. So I've switched over to a different screen. This one is actually the screen I normally buy off, and you can see I have a whole bunch of buttons, and these are called hot buttons. So these all have scripts inside them. The scripts we've already made before in the previous videos, and I've just copied and pasted them and I've put them inside these buttons. So instead of using a hotkey, I just have to click these with my mouse, and then it's the same as using a hotkey. I prefer them personally, and I find them a little more safer because I don't have those issues I talked about before by accidentally using a hotkey when I'm trying to type something and entering a trade. So unless you have a Stream Deck or like a second keyboard, this is a real good option for you. So I'll go ahead and show you right away how to make it how I made it. So we're gonna go and we're gonna get a montage. I think that's in trade. There we go. So obviously this one looks a lot different. So we can go ahead and make the style stop order. One thing you gotta add is the hot buttons. So we're gonna right click it. We're gonna go to level 2 configure. And I believe we want layout configure. Yeah, we do. And window style, I don't think there's anything shown in there. We're gonna go to level 1. We're gonna add level 2. We're gonna add hot buttons. And we're gonna add trade. And your window is gonna look something like this, where you can just click and add a button, or maybe save and load a hotkey. That's kind of new. I've never seen that before, so I'm not quite sure how this works, to be honest. So I'm gonna go to the traditional way I know, where just add a row, 3 or 4, 2, however many you want. We'll say 3, and you get 3 hot buttons. And obviously, I think you know what to do with them. And you click edit, and you put something in, and you can add more to the row. You can delete a button. You can add more. To the left, the right, you can add a row above, you can add a row below, and you can put all your hotkeys in there if you want. And you maybe notice how my level 2s are in different spots. That's just because where we were in the columns at layout configure, I've just added second montages. Away from them, so you can just add it. So you maybe want your level 1 and hot buttons like I do have here, or maybe you want the buy and sell buttons like I have down here, and just have level 2 separate, because remember we've talked before, you can just connect them all with anchors. Obviously you can't anchor point, so that wasn't going to work, but I think it's pretty straightforward. So I missed this in the default one, cancel. This is cancel all symbols. I believe there is a default hotkey. What is this one? We're very similar, and it is, I think, set to escape. Yeah, cancel all symbol. And if it isn't, you can just add a new item. You probably could figure this out, but new script building or pre-built scripts. There's a whole bunch of little things you can do. Cancel all open orders. I don't think that one's it. I think you need it in a, go to next new script building, you go to chart window, chart specific, and I believe it was in here. For the purpose of this video, I just won't go digging around too much. It's somewhere in here. It's from the pre-built scripts. It's cancel all. You'll be able to go through them all in your own time and discover what you can and cannot do, but that says cancel all orders. A couple other things we could talk about is entry stop, limit 50% position. So what that is, I'm just getting this automatically put 50% of my shares in here for me on a limit order. I can press, I already just have automatic limit or stop limit or stop market. If I just want to make sure I'm getting the right orders into here quickly, so I'm not fumbling around hitting this drop down menu looking for the right, I want to stop market or I want to stop limit. I don't want to be looking for that stuff. My orders I can just press them quickly, and I know I partial at about 50% of my positions normally, so I can do that in quick need if I you'll have a hotkey to operate whatever key I want. So we'll go ahead and we'll just make the buy ones or the sell ones a little more complicated. So we'll add a new item, and say you want a partial at 50% of your positions or something. So say we bought a stock, so we want to sell, and we're going to sell in 50% increments. Yep, so that's perfect. Position 0.5. So that's in your shares, that's going to be, your hotkey's going to be set to automatically sell 50% of however many shares you have. And an odd number, an even number, just going to automatically calculate it for you. If you want 10%, it would look like this. You want 25%, you'd have 0.25. So it's just whatever you want. You can make multiple partial keys. You want 25, 50, 75, 100. You can have the option to make it so it's just going to always sell 100% of your position at all times. That's a neat one. Yeah, that's mostly what you want. So that's how you're going to do that. So you can change that buy, sell. So if you're short and you want to short cover 50% of your position or 25% of your position, you're just going to go ahead and change that to 25. So that's what you're selling. And so you just build your script. You'd put your account. You want a limit order. We'll sell it at the bid, I guess. No, the ask. I'm confused. Yeah, we're buying. We're sell what? Ask. Whatever people are willing to pay. So we're gonna hit the bid. Sorry, I was just talking that through in my head for a second. I wasn't thinking. And we want load and send. Build our script. We don't even have to put a key. We can just put a name if we want to put it in a hot button, and we'll say that's short. So we're short, so we're going to say that's covered 25% in that key. If you want to put in a hot button, you don't have to put this in. You want to put a hotkey, Shift T, maybe that stands for shift 25% to you. I don't know, but I would put it in a hot button for me, so I wouldn't have a hotkey. And I could just copy and paste. And I would take that down and I would replace this. I like 50% there, so I'm going to leave it. And that's just going to ensure what I'm going to sell 50% of an account to whatever account you chose. You're going to set that. It's going to show up in your montage. So you're not fumbling around thinking your trade. This is going to be quick. I have partials, I take 5 different partials, so I have different numbers preset at different lengths all the way up through. So there's lots you can do with hotkeys, obviously. What else can we make? So you've seen me talk about average costs. So I had stop orders or break-even costs, so I think I have stop market. So you can hit your stop. We can make a stop type. We can do lots of different stop orders. So stop limit, start trailing. When I'm using stop losses, I use stop market. So that's normally what I have. So go ahead and click market, and you can put your trigger price. We just gotta look for average cost. There we go. So you've seen there's a lot of options there. I use obviously my entry stop to average cost, but you can see you can put it the high, the low, and yeah, you got lots of options there. So average cost, so that'd be stop order. If you want to use a limit, you'll have to have a price and a trigger price, so you can tell where it goes. Obviously, wherever is good for you, you're going to type that out between here. You'll have to figure that out. But for now, we're not going to go too deep into it. So there's lots of hotkeys. If you know me personally through LA, you can reach out for the more advanced hotkeys for the fixed risk, what I use. And I can send you the files, and you can watch the YouTube video from Kyle at the very bottom of the playlist, and he'll really explain how you can make some real advanced hotkeys, what's going to automatic put stops out for you, trigger orders, and fix your risk, and make sure you're doing all the safe stuff.